Hey everyone, it's Thursday morning, February 5th, and welcome back to Capital Markets Quickie. I'm your host, Endrit Sella, here to break down yesterday's market action in just 2 minutes. Quick note before we dive in. Today's episode is brought to you by AMF Capital Asset Management Frankfurt. Learn more about our funds and strategies at amf-capital.de. All right, let's get started. Now, yesterday was another rough day for tech and growth stocks, as Wall Street kept worrying about artificial intelligence disruption and earnings pressure. The Standard & Poor's 500 slipped about 0.5%, while the Nasdaq dropped more than 1.5%. Meanwhile, the Dow Jones actually managed to rise about 0.4% as investors rotated out of tech and into more traditional blue-chip names. And honestly, that rotation is becoming a real theme right now. Fears around artificial intelligence shaking up software and tech businesses pushed investors away from big names. Nvidia fell more than 3%, Google dropped close to 2%, Amazon lost over 2%, and Tesla slid more than 3%. Even strong earnings are not enough anymore, according to experts, unless companies can clearly show that artificial intelligence will help profits instead of hurting them. Advanced Micro Devices dropped sharply after giving a weak sales outlook, raising doubts about its ability to compete in artificial intelligence chips. On the economic side, we also saw some warning signs. A new report showed that companies added only 22,000 jobs in January, far below the expected 45,000. With official government data delayed, investors are watching these private numbers very closely right now. In commodities and crypto, gold moved higher at first because of geopolitical tensions, but then slipped back below $5,000 an ounce. Bitcoin also struggled and traded near $72,000 at one point. In corporate news, the pharmaceutical sector was split. Eli Lilly jumped after giving a strong profit outlook for 2026, driven by demand for its weight loss drugs. At the same time, Novo Nordisk fell sharply after warning about a major slowdown in sales, and after the market closed, Alphabet finally reported its earnings. Revenue jumped 18% to $113.8 billion. Google Cloud sales surged 48% to $17.7 billion. Net income rose 30%, and earnings per share climbed 31% to $2.82. Sounds great, right? Well, the stock still dropped as much as 10% in after-hours trading before recovering to around -1%. That pretty much tells you everything about market sentiment right now. Bottom line, markets are nervous, emotional, and very hard to please. Even good news is being questioned and investors are clearly playing defense. All right, that wraps up today's Capital Markets Quickie. Join me again tomorrow morning for more market updates. See you then.